Here's a quick quiz. If you want to cool down, which direction should your ceiling fan be going in? A, clockwise, or B, counterclockwise? This is Liz from Comfort Sleep Sanctuary, and stay tuned for the correct answer. If it turns out your ceiling fan is going in the correct direction, but you're still not feeling that cool breeze, stick around to the end and we'll discuss some other issues. For more information, you can always check the links in the description below or go to our website, comfortsleepsanctuary.com. And the correct answer is B. If you want to be cool, your fan should be turning in a counterclockwise direction. Did you get that right? In other words, if you're standing directly under it, it should be turning in this direction. The term clockwise and counterclockwise, of course, come from the traditional clock face. Assuming that time is moving forward, the clock moves clockwise to the right. Counterclockwise is the opposite, or to the left. What if your ceiling fan is going in the wrong direction? Well, first, turn it off. And second, if you have a high-tech fan, there is probably a control in the app or on the remote control. But if you have a simpler ceiling fan, there's probably a tiny little switch somewhere on the body of the fan. Switch that to the other direction. Also, your ceiling fan may have little chains hanging down. One chain, of course, turns it on and off and controls the speed. If you have a light, that's probably the second chain. And if there's a third chain, and perhaps you always wondered what that third chain does, well, now you know. It changes the direction of the fan. Why is the direction of the fan important? Well, the blades of your ceiling fan are angled. When your fan turns in a counterclockwise direction, the air is pushed down on top of you, and that provides that cool breeze that we all enjoy. The faster the fan, the more breeze. So airflow is a closed loop. So while the fan is pushing air down on top of you, it's pulling in air off of the ceiling. In the winter, the airflow is reversed. Air is pulled away from you, but that air on the ceiling is pushed out and distributed in the room. Obviously, in the winter, you would have it on a low speed so that you don't get blown on. Okay, your fan is going in the correct direction, but you are not impressed with the airflow. What's wrong? Size and position of your fan are important. Bigger is not necessarily better when it comes to your ceiling fan. Ceiling fans are measured from the end of one blade to the end of the blade on the other side. In other words, the diameter of the circle that the blades make. In order to have proper air circulation, there needs to be enough space around the edges of the blades, on top and below. So you don't want your ceiling fan right next to a wall or a large piece of furniture. All the different manufacturers have different guidance when it comes to the right ceiling fan size for your particular room, and they all kind of overlap a little bit. So always check the box on the ceiling fan. I like the guidance from Home Depot, which actually bases their guidance on the length of the longest wall. For example, if you're in a small room where the longest wall is less than 12 feet, then go with a ceiling fan around 29 to 36 inches in length. If you're in a medium-sized room, around 12 to 15 feet at the longest wall, that's around a 40 to 48 inch ceiling fan. And that will be probably your typical size. If you're in a really large room, greater than 15 feet, then you can go much larger, 52 inches or even 60. If you have a square-sized room, you'll probably want to put your ceiling fan dead center. For a long rectangular room, consider 2 ceiling fans, one on either end. Position is also key. To get that airflow, you need to have enough space between the fan itself and your ceiling. At least 8 inches, but more is better. Clearance from the floor is also key. 8 feet is considered ideal, but 7 feet is also okay. So if you have a really large room with a large vaulted ceiling, you may need to purchase what's called a down rod, which will lower your ceiling fan to that ideal 8-foot height. I live in a standard house with standard 8-foot ceilings. Code requires that the ceiling fan be at least 7 feet off the ground. Don't want it to hit tall people. So that gives me a clearance of 12 inches, which is just perfect. I love ceiling fans because you can feel cooler at higher temperatures. Therefore, I don't need to switch on the air conditioner quite so often, which in the long term saves on my electricity bills. If you'd like to learn more about using fans, including ceiling fans, and also how to dust ceiling fans, check out my video there. And as always, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Nighty night.